Okay, here we go. Wow, how does that, why am I clipping it so bad now? Can you hear that? Let's see. We're having actual technical difficulties.
Uh-oh, Spark BRS is looking for a YouTube link.
Oh no. Is it, I did, it's one of the Instagram profile.
It's out there somewhere, Mikey boy.
Recording. Okay, so, oh, here we go. But I don't understand why mine is such a higher, oh my god, good lord. So it's basically, we got a 10, zeroed, and less gain. Okay,
How am I sounding here?
too loud. What's up?
How am I sounding here? Ellen, does it sound alright?
Click your mic on, that might help.
That might help.
Yeah, top button.
Well, how about now?
Good.
Good.
Keep talking?
Alright. What do you want me to talk about?
Anything.
We can talk about whatever you want, pal.
Your levels are good, actually.
Yeah?
Why do mine suck?
My levels are always good.
I'm going to copy your setup onto mine.
Copy it up.
Over one slightly. Okay.
2 YouTube
I
viewers,
just
huh?
don't think it can handle my voice. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. And, oh, whoa. And, wow. What am I, oh.
Still sounding a little silly?
Phantom power has anything to do with it? Maybe, maybe not.
Random.
Yeah, that might be why, actually. Alright, pass-throughs cut off. Pass-throughs on, min-max. On 3-4, TRD USB. Testing TRD USB. Bring this down slightly. Hello. Welcome to LiftTalk.
What are the Bobcats asking for? Treats?
What do you guys want?
I'm gonna have to open up the,
What do they want, huh?
stream chat on here.
Actually, that might be a good idea to bring this on. Let's lower this still. Increase this here.
That'll bump up our viewing numbers too.
Oh yeah, get those numbers up. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters is the numbers.
Those, oh wow, all of a sudden we're at
All the lights are up.
3
Oh, look at that.
viewers.
Can you guys hear me through the phone? Oh
can.
God. Alright.
You can hear something.
How can I gotta slightly lower this a little bit here. If I just, don't eat the mic and yell into it, it's mostly fine. It's mostly just how I'm doing, I think. You don't need the alt 3 and 4 volumes up higher. But I kind of want these a little bit higher.
Oh, this is live at Spark Bike Run Sports.
Oh my gosh, guys, get down there and check out, buy something. Get out, get some, they have coffee, they have nitro cold brews there, I just had some. You want it. If you're a coffee guy, you want some. That's right. You can hear my voice right now, how my heart rate's elevated because of the caffeine. It's like what it is, This better be good. We're pausing Pandora Spark. I mean, you've probably heard all those songs 900 times by now, so.
True.
Right?
Very true. Every once in a while, there's an odd one that pops up.
Let's test the guest mics too, actually, huh? How does this sound? Ooh, this sounds decently enough too. So, yelling into it's going to be an issue. If you do that, it's going to sound bad, But if you mostly
Get
it's pretty good.
Edcam.
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 This is precarious.
So is this one.
This is it's going to fall at some point, definitely.
Eventually, we'll figure out this.
Yeah,
whole
we'll get this
video
figured out at
thing.
some point, right?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I think the gain. Oh, there we go. Okay, all right. That's much better, I think. Yeah. Okay. Don't mind me. How was it? Unique New York. Unique New York. I feel like this wasn't doing this last time. I don't know why I'm getting such bad flipping. But I feel like we're about to find out. If we can compensate for that. Let's see. Oh, okay, much better. Much better, okay. That's the trick, Riley. That's the trick, okay.
I don't know the trick.
The trick apparently is the comp dial. That's what you want to play with. And it sounds much better now. There's a lot less clipping on this mic. Oh, this mic sounds way better. That's what I would say. Oh yeah, we got that. Oh yes. Whoa. So I'm gonna throw this recording basically out right now. Alright, just get rid of this again. Okay, alright, we're set to, I think, record everybody. I mean, we're gonna actually record audio, it should be good
Yeah.
now. We just need actual people here, I guess, right?
Yeah. Well, we'll start with episode 4.
Wanna switch around to that one?
Well, we got some stuff to talk about.
We actually have pretty good amount of content today.
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
It's a surprise.
Yeah.
I know it's a shock, you know? What if we just shut the guest mics off for now so we're not playing ambient noise in?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have control now. We can just mute them this way.
Oh, we can
Oh, bye,
mute
guys.
people mid.
I hear from you. Alright.
We need like a sensor noise.
Oh, see, that's why we need one of those pads, I think. You know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Someone tell me why I'm clipping. Someone that's smarter than me in audio. Please tell me. Oh, let's just be quiet here, I guess.
Quiet.
Okay, so no, I don't want to sit down. LiftTalk. Let's see.
Let's lift this talk.
Let's see. Ooh, your sheet is much better.
Which one for our special guests?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I kind of copied everything in there, so yeah, we'll use that one.
Do you want to keep 4?
4 is going to be the one you have labeled as 5.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I was doing that last night. I'm like, I'm confused. So Duxbury.
Mostly because
basically,
they're
right?
just not here until later. So
Right.
yeah.
Let me correct that here because I'll forget when I'm talking.
Yep.
So episode 4, do we have to change the title then to make it Star Wars-ish?
I don't know.
Because if the Nesco episode's gonna be 5, then
Yeah.
Duxbury has to be 4, and the Ripmo's gonna be 6.
Yeah. Well,
Worry about the titles later.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So just clarify for this one, we're gonna do. Should we mention anything about that coil?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're gonna move that one.
Think
to the
well.
description.
Yeah. So, I think first we start with Merry Liftmas, everyone.
Oh hey. Oh wow, that was bad.
Merry late Liftmas.
Oh wait, hold on. We're not doing it actually officially. Hold
We're
on.
not.
And we're good. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey.
what's going on? We're back.
Are
Some of you might be happy about that.
Are we
some of you
here?
might not be.
We live?
We are.
Yeah, but the people who aren't happy about it just aren't listening, so that's all right.
It doesn't matter. I mean, they're not here, so whatever. I think I don't like bikes. So, I mean, I really wish we'd come up with that part before
I
the
know.
holidays.
Yeah. So anyway, Merry Liftmas, everyone.
Yeah.
It's a late Liftmas.
Very look this. You should know there's no bike parts either. I'm hoping
True.
that with global warming breathing down our necks and the cone
It's
blasting,
getting there, yeah.
people have bike parts all
There's a
day.
reason all the ski slopes are adopting mountain bike trails.
Mm.
It's because they know their days are numbered.
Slowly. Oh man. Alright. So, we're gonna get some crap out of the way
And I
here.
think, yeah, we're a little late to this just because of various editing things.
Yes.
But
Slightly late.
this will be our little, like, Liftmas and New Year's episode, I
Yeah,
think.
New Year's end of
Kind of chat about,
2019, 2020.
chat about our vast history, our 3-episode history in 2019,
Yeah.
and look back at all those 3 episodes.
Spotify gave me like a year in review, and I was like, no, it's pathetic. Give me like a minimum like 6 months time on this before you give me a year in review. You know, like, come on. Do you want to start out with? I want to start out with. If we're gonna do this episode, do you want to push the KT to this KT news?
Yeah, let's
Um,
start with some news.
So
Well, there is some big news out there.
some of you have actually heard about this. Actually, a lot of you have heard about this. But apparently, there are sections there are private landowners that own sections of Kingdom Trails and large tracts of land that
Yeah.
comprise a lot of
So
the area up there.
Kingdom Trails is actually comprised of something like over 100 different landowners, and Kingdom Trails is pretty unique in that way because it's like a big. I mean, it's Kingdom Trails Association, so it's a big association of the big association of private landowners who kind of agree to share the land and let other people use it. And that's obviously that's really cool that people are able to come together and let other people use it.
But
yeah,
apparently we have some issues because I guess three landowners cut off mountain bike access to their tracts of land, which coincidentally happen to be basically all around Darling Hill, the main kind of
allegedly
camping area.
Allegedly.
And I'm looking at this map, and for those of you that have been up there, we're basically looking at removing Catbox Hill and the 3 T's on the left side of the road. So Tap and Die, Toadie's Tour, and Troll's Trail. Those are all blacks, I believe. And they're probably some of the more cyclical runs. Like basically we could hit the 3 blacks down and come back up Catbox Hill and kind of rinse and repeat, which makes sense on that side. But the heavy traffic basically in those areas, I think they're probably some of the more popular section on the left side there.
Yeah, I'm putting that map up on our YouTube stream here.
Oh, he's got it low.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it ready to roll.
Check that out.
So it's like that kind of blocked red.
You can see it
that
there too.
red line stuff. So again, allegedly, that's a lot of land.
I mean, look on the right too.
Yeah.
There's a large section of Sugar House Run.
Exactly. It's the biggest thing about it is that it's kind of like that's always been, from what I can tell, the big like kind of central area of Kingdom Trails.
Yeah.
Like that's where everyone kind of gathers and starts and that kind of thing.
That's where Nemberfest actually was too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really interrupt that. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. Well, the issue was, I think, was disrespect, basically, right?
So the line that they kept using, there's no like real official
reason to give it. I think
exactly. It's
a lot of people on horses. Like a lot of people were riding. I guess had issues. Equestrians had issues with bike riders basically being rude and generally going too fast. There was actually somebody here that was just. I believe he has something to do with Nesca. I forget who's using it now on Instagram, but he said he actually had more information on it. And I kind of want to hear besides the forum chat.
In episode 5.
Yes, because basically what it boiled down to, as I heard, is that the amount of riders, the traffic, and the disrespect, and the politeness. The
quote I have here is traffic problems and pedestrian safety concerns that have come with the increasing number of visitors the trail system attracts. So that's kind of a cop out, honestly. Like
they're trying to attract people to these things.
Yeah, that's.
However, I was actually being up there. You were up there for Nemberfest?
I have not been up there for Nemberfest.
That was. You literally couldn't move in that town without bikes. Like bikes everywhere. Like I get, they might be hitting something with the amount of people up there. I mean, we were taking turns on some of these trails waiting in heats because there was so much traffic and people were holding everybody out.
Yeah.
And there were also a lot of riders that were actually not respectful to other riders, like people blowing by us at max speed at certain sections.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't have to be doing that,
Yeah.
You know?
There are always some users like that. The kind of the interesting thing about this is they're only restricting it to bike use. So Kingdom Trails Association is designed for, say, skiing, hiking, horses, that kind of stuff as well. That use can continue on these properties.
It's specifically bike guys.
It's specifically cycling.
We're not. We're pointing out you guys.
Which is like, yeah.
Somebody else brought up a good point. Do you think it's almost like, say they do this, and then KTA says, okay, we're gonna actually make a bid to purchase this land back. Do you think it might be a play to be like, listen, we're sick of this, buy us out if we want to actually keep doing this? Or, I mean, it might be more, if they're from Vermont, it could be a principle thing, like, you know. I could see being sick of that and just stopping.
I know that there's, in the history of Kingdom Trails, there was only, I think, one other time that a landowner withdrew from the association.
Yeah.
And that was because they were selling the land, which got bought by mountain bikers. The fact that it's 3 separate users,
I know, right?
kind of doesn't lend credence to that idea of them trying to like bargain like that. I think they're more just sick of something.
That's gonna be.
It is a little concerning because this is Kingdom Trails for like the local NEMBA has always been has always been kind of the poster child for land access.
Okay.
And that's, yeah.
It's a massive step. I mean, I hope that I don't know how this is going to work on the boat. I wish there was a way to meet, can some compromise be made? Like double the ticket prices and maybe get somebody out there that actually patrols. And I mean, because we're up there and just slap a tag on the bike and just ride out. And
just ride around, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would that keep riffraff out? I don't know, because the way I see it, that whole Darling Hill area was central to that whole summer experience, and that area being gone is really going to shift a lot of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
The other piece of this that I wanted to mention, and I don't want to like fearmonger it all. I haven't quite heard anyone bring this up yet, but I have a feeling that some people might.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna blow it up now. What is
it? Kingdom Trails has been talking about adding e-bike trails.
Oh no.
And I'm a little concerned that some people are going to jump on this, like, kind of backstep and blame it on the e-bike stuff.
Because, I mean, e-bikes did everything.
Well, yeah, they're
they killed my family,
they're the
they
devil or
punched,
something.
They kicked
Yeah,
my dog.
they kicked your dog.
Nobody likes them, you know. Ugh. I have not seen an e-bike on a trail yet, personally, though. Honestly.
On any trail?
Literally, I've not run into any, because I would have pestered them to be like, can I try it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've not run into anybody with them yet.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of sad about.
I've seen them out and about every once in a while.
Yeah.
Actually, I won't say where because technically they're not allowed there.
Gotcha. So somewhere locally.
Yes.
Ish.
Yeah. I've run into some people out there. I think I ran into the same pair of guys on e-bikes in 2 different places in like 2 different weeks actually,
Kind of fun.
which was kind of cool and weird.
Who's following you, man? They're knowing they know
They,
who you are.
they know.
Singletracks.com wants to show notifications. No, block that.
No.
I need the
No
notifications.
notifications. But anyway, yeah.
I'm glad that we still have the back end kind of still though. All right, so
of Kingdom Trails.
yeah, like the Moose Alley
Yes.
section, you know.
Yes. Yeah. All the new stuff that they just added, like this past summer, apparently. Again, allegedly, I don't know how accurate this map is
Yeah.
that we're looking at.
If anybody wants to throw out more details, feel free to correct any of us or all of us on
Yeah.
any of this,
Yeah.
obviously, you know.
I am hoping that this doesn't add to the kind of the controversy and occasional vitriol in the mountain bike community. Because I do know there does have to be a lot more education, like if that horse thing is true,
Yeah.
there has to be a lot more education as far as that's concerned, because technically, when you're riding and you see a horse coming the other way, you are supposed to stop.
You yield the horses.
Yeah, exactly. You are supposed to stop and let them pass, because they are very large
12
animals.
animal. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know horse. I mean, they are unpredictable. They've done some weird stuff.
Yes.
You can move next to them and they freak out.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope maybe somebody up there. I know there's got to be people at KTA who are trying to actively work with people on this.
That's
I can
the hope.
imagine they won't be. You know?
Yeah.
And I hope at some point we can kind of come up with some sort of mitigated thing where we can get back on those.
Yeah.
But however, that being said, I do like the Moose Alley section and that whole back area. is
See, I
probably
haven't done
my
that
fa-
stuff yet.
Oh, you would love that. I actually think that it
I
might
have
be
been
better.
told that it's really good.
I remember that, and it was probably the highlight of that. A lot of us thought it was that, or the obviously the Sidewinder down the bottom. I'm so glad you kept that, by the way. You've never been on that one?
No.
That is
No.
absurd. That is absurd. That is a really fun area. I'm glad that they have an excuse maybe to do that over
Yeah.
and over again. I hope we can camp out there next year, although, man, Memberfest is going to be massive. I almost want to wait, either go up the weeks before or the weeks after.
Well, I do wonder too if this is going to impact or
attendance.
affect like NEMBA attendance. I haven't seen any like official response from NEMBA at all about any of this. It's really just been the announcement from the Kingdom Trails Association,
Yeah.
and they've had like one or two small follow-ups that didn't really give much info.
Yeah, it seems everybody's keeping it kind of close. There's a
Yeah,
letter
which
that
is
was
fair
passed,
enough.
Which I guess that makes sense, because
Yeah.
you don't want to specifically dox people and get them out there,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah. But
I still can't wait to go back. I'm just sad that I think the church area is gone too. I don't know. I think it was on the left and the bottom, but I'm not exactly sure.
no, it should still be in there.
It seems to be
I think.
past Widowmaker and like Bill McGill back that way.
I think.
All right.
Anyway,
Slightly depressing news, but
Yeah.
hopefully, if anybody else wants
to ring in
talk about it-
2020.
Yeah. Hey. Well, we can cap off the end. That was technically in 2019.
Yes, true.
We could end the
So
year
that's
with a crappy note.
that's the end of 2019 being crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's no more chances for it to be crap, so I guess it's moved by default. right?
Exactly.
Um,
So now we can move on.
I also had something I was going to push to you, but I guess I can bring this one now. It's about we're gonna canyon. I was
Yeah,
reading
I
about
think we
Food Bike,
I
right?
think we want to pause for a moment
Oh,
here.
we're gonna pause for a station
Yeah.
verification. I wish we had that for a second.
Quick pause
Ready?
here.
Hold on. Oh. What did I do? Are we back officially yet?
I think we are.
It wasn't actually a pee break time. That was just technical difficulties with our space. I feel like doing things in the library might not be
Apparently,
the most
people
ideal.
are drilling into the walls here.
I wish you blamed Verizon for that. Or he's still in like, I don't know why, but it's probably Verizon.
It's probably
Yeah, I don't blame them for everything too. I don't know. All right, back.
We're back.
We're back. And
We're back.
I guess I'll keep doing this because it's a small one. I was reading this on Pink Bike, and I think maybe I might be the only one that finds this interesting or news because I'm a nerd, and they're kind of related to, like, I guess, my field. But apparently, according to Pink Bike, Canyon had a massive cyber attack over the holidays.
Oh yes, I saw that.
And this was just personally funny because I thought basically crypto attacks are something that was maybe 5 years ago that was pretty common. Somebody opened shitty email, and all of a sudden, everyone's servers that are mapped to that user's machine are encrypted with a ransom note that says drop some Bitcoin to this. So it sounds like from here is that a lot of software and servers were encrypted, and they had some issues over there at Canyon. And they must at this point have been recovered, but I just thought it was kind of funny that that's still happens to everybody here and there.
What was compromised here?
It says
Massive criminal intent.
That's I mean, every hack like that, I guess,
Well,
is criminal
no,
intent.
really?
Yeah. So they didn't really go too much, which I wouldn't have gone too much into it. I don't think as an IT person, because you don't want to kind of show your hand completely.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's mitigated. It sounds like someone's probably get fired because it's over Christmas and it's like, oh my god. If anybody has bought a Canadian recently and has their identity stolen, their information stolen, it might be a roundabout relation to that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, they did a press release and basically saying everything else is working fine, and there's no more issues going forward. It was interesting though that it was enough that they actually shut everything down for a minute. A friend of mine.
Yeah, it
actually
looks like they
recently
just
bought a
kind of
Canadian.
like shut down their servers for a bit.
Yeah, and that was basically it.
Someone didn't like their canyon, I guess.
Somebody was.
Somebody was.
He did this ransom because of the spring. My friend has a Strive, and I freaking love that bike. It's not even like. I don't think if I was heavily looking at that before the Ritmo. I was considering spending. It was a good sale. I was considering spending an extra $1,000 because carbon wheels, carbon everything. I'm still happy with my Ritmo, but don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. But I guess it wouldn't be a direct comparison. Like the AL Neuron would be more direct. And I was looking at the welds in those, and they reviewed recently. They look really not amazing. I mean, it's an
Yeah.
AL bike, right? And at that price point, but even for that, that was like that's like a 10 feet away. I'm looking at that weld. I'm like, that is horrible.
It's interesting how there are some companies that should stick to certain materials because you can always kind of tell, like, you look at, say, the welds and you're like, that weld doesn't look.
It looks like I did it. And then sprayed a bunch of paint over it.
Use
You know what I mean?
some hot glue.
Hot glue, yeah. That's honestly that's what I was slightly worried about too with the Ritmo. Oh, let me see. But the welds on that are actually fair. The gussets actually.
Yeah,
fairly
they
well
made that thing freaking beefy too.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get into this because it's a whole separate review. But speaking about that being beefy, people have talked about the bike flex, and like compared to other bikes, it's almost not. I mean, it's there, but it's almost not. I can't believe that would be a major point.
Reviewers love to talk about flex.
It's almost like I mean,
because it's something that, especially reading at home, you have no clue if they're actually telling the truth or what. Like,
you gotta
it's such
feel
a
it,
yeah,
you know?
exactly, yeah.
I guess it's almost something you can gripe about. I mean, I trust the guy that was doing the review. I trust his opinion because he's good. But it's almost like, are you trying to find? You need to find negatives to talk about slightly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is a slight negative.
Yeah, you go through like, oh, this bike is great, this bike is great. I want to find something to, yeah.
But honestly, with that bike, there are some other things that would get put instead. I think we'll go over that. I think at some point, but not now.
Not now, not now.
Did you have anything for news
I think,
for year-end news?
let me double check. I think that covers our news.
Oh God. So what's next? Am I going to bike court next?
Not yet.
Oh, thank God.
Not yet.
I'm not ready. My lawyer's not yet.
I think what we should do
Yeah. What do you
is
think?
quickly chat about our best of 2019.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Kind of do some a little
Nice
review
year-end
of our long history in 2019. 3 total episodes. When did we start?
Wow.
November?
November, but we actually recorded we recorded
It
in
was like
October,
no,
I think.
it was October.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a fair amount of 2019. That's fine.
I mean, do we talk about our own personal year stuff? Like,
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So why don't you start off then? I like
Okay,
what you have there,
okay. So my 2019, I had an awesome little tour on the Cape, down on old Cape Cod,
but-
like 3 days,
Cape Cod.
all off road. Sweet,
And when was this?
sweet
This is
trails
off-season?
down there. That was September.
Oh, so no tourists. Well, right after tourists.
Yeah, it was a little late this year. The weather was not as kind as it could have been.
Just AKA torrential, the way I'm saying.
For like an hour, it was like, yeah.
And which one did you ride? Which bike did you ride?
I rode my Salsa Fargo,
Which?
big, beefy drop bar, 29 by 2.6, internal hub,
29 fats. for
all
life.
loaded up.
Oh yeah, you had the internal hub
Mm-hmm.
on that bike, huh?
Yeah.
You basically swapped it out specifically for that trip. Huh?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, I think that's what led into our gearbox drivetrain discussion the previous time.
Yes.
And
Yeah, we chatted about that. Yeah.
Was it for reliability issues, so you didn't have to worry about a change?
Yeah, yeah. So it's that, and it also like you can load stuff up and kind of lean it over and lay it down on the ground without having to worry about bending a derailleur.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
That's
need bending a derailleur.
yes.
Yeah.
Like I can just chuck it anywhere. Which for bike touring, when you've got it all loaded up and you try to lean it somewhere, and it's probably gonna fall over.
Yeah, like we just pick up the 6-inch stick
Exactly.
and hold it on the bottom bracket. And
Yeah,
hope
yeah.
it stays out.
Yeah,
No, you're leaning on a pine tree. It's
exactly.
not around.
And it'll still fall over.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, you've got like 50 pounds of 50 pounds of bike there, plus
Tent,
tent, and yeah.
sleeping bag. I mean, you want the whole thing, right?
I did, yeah, sleeping bag, tent, clothes, of course.
Secondary. Yeah, I got some clothes,
you know.
maybe. I got stuff I'm wearing.
Yeah, it was cool. That was my first like real like bike packing camping thing that I've done.
Wow, somebody has so many salsas. I'm surprised.
Right?
Yes, they could be doing it in the womb, camping and biking, you know?
But yeah, definitely. I'm hoping to do more of that kind of thing for 2020.
You have to get one of those collapsible carbon fiber fishing poles. Stick it in your bag, things like that. I mean, that's gonna be so cool to catch a trout, eat it, start a fire, eat dinner.
Yeah, I will say, as
Caveman.
far as like bike packing goes, I didn't go the full, like, I didn't bring like a hot plate.
It's
Or
not a
that
hard
kind
no.
of, exactly, yeah. I went to the local Christmas tree shop and bought Tootsie Rolls for my dinner that night.
A 3-pound bag of Tootsie Rolls.
The next day did not go well.
Why do I feel so horrible?
What?
I used to see chocolate sugar the entire night.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe step it up next time. Maybe some Mountain House meals. Some dehydrated
Bring some
stuff.
ramen.
A cup of soup, something like that.
A cup of
Meals,
soup.
you know? Oh, what happened?
What?
Did we just kill sound?
Did we lose something?
Oh, we lost something. Oh, we're
Did
moving
we lose a
something.
plug?
Yeah. All
Are we
we're
back?
Hold on.
Are we back?
We're still going? Yes, we're back. We're
We're
breaking
back.
stuff in 2020. I
Nice.
think that was just a cable. We're going to cut that out.
We're-
We won't even know.
It
Except
never
for the-
happened.
Except for the people live, you guys will see it, but that's it.
It's only Nick right now, I think.
Yeah. What a dedicated
What a
person.
dedicated guy.
Oh man, shouldn't he be in school right now?
School.
How old is everybody here? Nobody has school? Nobody has college anymore?
He might as well be in school,
Yeah.
honestly. Shout out to Nick.
Here you go. Shout to Nick.
Yeah, for my 2019 it was that, and then I did the Caribasset Backcountry Challenge.
What is that?
Oh,
Is it many miles?
it's yes.
A lot of miles.
That one, they have 100K is the one that I did. That's
Dear
like
Lord.
60. It ends up being 61 or 62 miles.
Why don't we just say that? 100K because it's round number. No,
Yeah,
62 miles ish.
yeah. But they do have a 50K, and I want to say they had a 25K too.
I might be able to do 50.
And those trails were a blast.
That good up there, huh?
Those trails were awesome. The route was awesome. I've been chatting with the friend I did it with about doing the 50K this year because the 100K beat us both up big time.
Never again.
Me more than him, but
Yeah.
both of us were talking about kind of scaling back and doing the 50K instead.
Yeah.
But the 100K was so cool. Some of the trails on that were so cool.
Is that a single day?
Yeah.
See, that's not. Oh my God, that's almost like borderline not fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking about being insane for a second. I was thinking about BC bike race. It's over like a 5
That
to
would be
7 day
sweet.
period, right?
Yeah.
It's more acceptable about 20ish a day
It's
instead
more
of about
acceptable.
62 in one day. You know what I mean?
No, because at least with the 60 in one day, you just do the 60 and
Get
then
it
go
over with.
eat like crap later, and you don't have to worry about it.
Just black out for like 2 hours and then wake up and be like,
Exactly.
"Sweet, mate," you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I wish my length on a bike could be extended. I'm going to work. I think that's what, we'll get to my
We'll
goals
get-
later, but yeah.
Exactly. That's me for 2019.
Now, do you want to go to your 2020 goals or you want to?
I kind of already touched on those.
Yeah.
Doing the bike packing,
Yeah, you do kind of
going
actually.
back to Caribasset, I was hoping to do Land Run 100 this year,
Ooh.
now known as Mid-South.
And they changed that, huh?
They did.
Like copyright strike or something like that.
No, they found out that Land Run was a pretty bloody.
Oh, they're calling back to something pretty bad.
Yes.
So like, let's not remind.
Exactly.
people who are moved by this.
Exactly. They discovered that it was pretty insensitive to
Jesus.
Native Americans, so they kind of scaled that back a little bit, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Um,
Mid-South sounds way more acceptable, I guess.
Yeah. But I didn't get into that, so maybe the following year I'll do that. Yeah. Tell us about your 2019, Ed.
I think you had a much more long-winded 2019 than I did, but I
I
started
did.
out fairly noobish. I mean, I hadn't did a full sauce till April.
That was in April, yeah.
It was only April. That's already
I know.
gone. That's kind of bad. But yeah, it's all about progression. I've never, as soon as I started going to parks, even on a 91 mil rear travel bike, it stepped up my riding
Yeah.
immeasurably everywhere across the board. That was really eye-opening. From now till then, it's might as well be a completely different rider. I'm also probably another 30 or 40 pounds lighter than I was then, actually, not gonna lie.
Nice.
And I think that this year is all about like opening my eyes to basically the realm of bikes. Like I was on a hardtail before this and it was okay. But going to Memberfest and seeing like the amount of people that are actually into
Just the
this
scope and
how
the
sick
range of
some
all their
people
bikes.
get with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do mean sick as a sickness because it's not curable.
It's not curable.
And I think that I got comfortable hitting air. I was always the guy that's like, I'm never gonna do that. I'm gonna keep
I
both
still am that
tires
guy.
on
I
the
am still
ground.
that guy.
As soon as I got a taste of it, listen, I don't blame you. It's a much smarter thing to do. I've broken some things, both AC sprains in both shoulders. I had some separated rib, so it's not without its learning curve. But I hope major learning is done. And, no, it's not.
Yeah. It's not.
But I guess that's basically my year is just coming into full suspension glory and realizing that this is the way. You know what I mean? This is how it's done.
Yeah.
Really spending. I put 1,000 miles in that bike. I think. I missed that bike. I think about it.
We'll move on to that. We'll get there.
For my 2020 goals, I want to break as much stuff. I want hydro hubs and specifically green for right now. It's maple wheels. Now that they make 35 and turn around those guys, by the way. And I want to learn to whip in the air.
To whip it good
Whip
is,
it.
I believe, what you wrote
I want
here.
to learn to whip it good. I can do little baby ones, right? But we go out and see those kids and they're getting like clothes
Oh,
on.
yeah.
And I'm like, I want to be that cool.
That would be sweet.
I want to be that sleazy. Yeah.
But I'm still keeping both wheels on the ground. So.
The last time I tried to do a big whip, I just landed sideways and crashed. I just didn't bring it back for some reason. I don't know
Well, it's a
why.
learning experience, right?
Yeah.
You're learning.
I just followed Liam for like a couple of
Don't
days.
follow Liam. Don't follow Liam.
Shut Liam.
He will lead you down a dark path.
Yeah. My ability is considered to be unnatural. Also, I wanted for 2020. I want to do. I don't know how we can do this.
Yeah, let's
Wanna
do a quick chat about 2020 podcast goals, LiftTalk goals.
Yes.
We got some goals.
Mine is I want to try to do a podcast on a ride or on vacation somewhere. I don't know how we can find somewhere to plug in or get like a battery pack that would be long enough.
Yeah.
But I would love to have, even maybe we can use phones and put it together in post, but I would love to have an episode comprised entirely of doing interviews or doing talks with people out.
Or even just some of the like stupid banter on a ride.
On a lift, on the lift to talk. you
Yeah,
know, the actual
The
namesake.
back to the roots.
Yeah. And I want to check out, I think you had mentioned something about, was it live streaming something somewhere, like maybe from like a mountain and like live streaming something like video as well at the same time.
Yeah, we've been talking about we got some things in the pipeline that we're talking about.
We also have something
Should be
secret
fun.
coming up, I think. Maybe for
We've
the
got a
show.
few secret things.
I don't know if we're going to mention it yet.
We have a special project.
That's good. way to
That's
put it
all
that
I'm
way.
gonna.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. That is.
So, like, you can blow it up if you wanted to, but yeah, I like that. Just the project.
Yep. and some video content related to that, if all goes well.
Yes.
And by well, I mean not well, because this special project is not advisable.
Also, it's more fun when video content doesn't go. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nobody wants
Yeah.
it to go perfectly.
Yeah.
And, quickly. No. We want to take a long extended route with people swearing and there's blood and knuckles. Because it's more fun that way. But we can't. Speaking of podcast goals for 2020, we're going to work on some stickers at some point. I'm not going to say when or what, or just so nobody's, hounding, but they're in the works, and I want to get T-shirts.
Yeah. Why
should
not?
use the stickers to fund the T-shirts, and eventually use the T-shirts to fund the jersey, maybe, or something like that when I was a kid. But yeah, I basically just want to get, guests and content.
Yeah, we're well on our way for a lot of that stuff. I think I'm pretty excited. 2020 is going to be the year of the LiftTalk.
It's only January.
It's going to be the best Liftmas ever.
Really deep in this, yeah. Liftmas continues.
Every day is
limited.
Liftmas.
Yeah, it's not limited like Christmas.
Ed still wants to do a LiftTalk group ride.
I think we have definitely enough people that will be coming along with it.
Yes.
And it might be detrimental. We don't have to do a secret one. I don't know how we're going to get that out.
A secret.
Right?
A secret one.
I think we could have people that we've talked to on this would be a good group to have.
Yeah.
I don't know when or how, but we should definitely do that. I want to find a way to put a mic on myself while we're doing it and get some recording sessions. I mean, just little snips here and there. But,
Yeah.
I don't know where or when or what. I want to do it when somebody, everybody can get out and it's a decent time,
Yeah.
But
that's the goal.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. So that's gonna be coming up. We'll obviously let you guys know. We'll post up about it. And if you're cool enough, you'll know.
If you're
follow,
cool.
if you follow us, or if you're cool enough, those are the two stipulations. So give us a follow at LiftTalk Podcast on Instagram. And I want to do maybe more viewer questions. If anybody's even listening to this at this point, we could actually probably do viewer questions.
Well, that's kind of the big goal with this streaming thing too, is to get a little more of that like immediate input from people.
Should an unpaid
So
intern
when we kind of figure that out, because
do the chat?
I believe an unpaid intern.
They can just do the chat while we do this. Figure out my mic and why it keeps flipping.
Yeah. Well, someone did mention that the YouTube stream is the audio on that one is not so good at the
It's
moment.
garbage trash.
Yeah.
Didn't expect it to be very well.
But that's all right. We'll figure that stuff out, and then eventually we'll be able to get some more like live, up to date content. And we have a guest who just joined us.
We just had somebody walking right in.
I was invited.
Just walking right in.
Which you're supposed
Did I
to.
invite
Which you're
you?
supposed to.
No.
Yeah. You can. I mean, I'm down. Show up and come talk.
This is.
Okay, click that
Is
on.
this thing on?
Ready? Is this thing on? Which one? You're a third mic?
Introduce yourself there, pal.
Hey, hi. Sorry, we'll do
No,
this.
you're holding it perfectly, actually.
My name is Mike
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
What about Mike?
from Lakeville.
That's where we are.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I figured I'd stop by. I was on the stream, the live stream, and I said, why don't I join? Yeah.
Get a shot of this guy.
I thought you
Get a
might have
shot
been
of
just
this
walking
guy.
by in the street and was like, I need to see
Walking
him.
by on
Hey.
the street.
Live,
How's it
coming
going?
live. What's up, man?
My name is Mike.
Anybody else want to stop by? Also, feel free. Why
Yeah,
not?
come on in. If you're cold, you want a break from your daily
I'm
routine.
sure the library ladies won't care that much.
They won't at all.
They might care a little
I
bit.
know, right?
They
Like
might care a
15
little.
people in this room. Yeah. So,
So tell us about yourself and your
So,
bicycle.
who and why you are?
Who and why?
right. So I see myself as
Like that.
someone who occasionally rides a bike,
Oh, okay.
mostly for transportation in a feudalism and oppression, debt peonage, that sort of thing. Peasants throughout the world have been largely controlled by large landowners. And so we need to redistribute that land, but in a way such that we maintain the revolutionary consciousness of the peasants. We don't want them to sort of turn conservative as soon as they get the land. We want to keep working for peasant ownership and sort of communal working of the lands. And when you think of it, we're looking more of the in itself rather than the of itself or by itself. And also recreation and leisure.
Yes.
So what are those big jerks doing with the land if they're not letting people ride bikes on them? Probably, can I say bad words?
Oh, yeah. It's thoroughly encouraged, yeah.
They're probably
Thoroughly.
just, shitting around.
Right, so you want to forcibly go in and occupy and annex these lands? And take them back?
Yeah.
That sounds violent.
No. Relax, everyone.
You're going down the wrong.
You got the wrong idea.
Idea.
You see, it's a prolonged people's struggle, and one day, those lands will be ours.
I like that. Okay, all right.
And we can democratize the land, figure it out.
So more immediately, how do we handle the land access issue in Kingdom Trails?
Yes.
We just wait it out?
Senator Bernard Sanders.
Oh, we contact
contact
Mr. Sandy.
Yeah.
Mr. Senator Bernard Sanders, I'm sure.
Now
would
again,
be-
to be fair, they are still allowing access,
Hmm.
just not for bicycles.
Just specifically not for bikes.
Yeah.
Bike
So how does that play into this? Like,
Oh, they're probably right then.
They probably have a point. No, you probably. If you got kicked out, you probably did something to
are we
deserve
the
it.
bad guys?
Are we the baddies now?
Are we the?
I wonder if we get Sanders to run the platform of returning bike access to KT. I'd vote for that.
I'm sure he'd be all for
Well, single topic voter.
public access, deprivatization.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if you make an environmental issue, say, maybe they are out there taking big, large dookies. The landowners are doing that in their woods, and it's bad for
They
the
could be.
environment.
They could be.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing deforestation. Heck, they're liable to sell that off into development. Someone might clear cut all that and build
So it
woods.
would be safer to
in the hands
to
of the
give
people.
to give it all to the Kingdom Trails Association
Well-
to manage.
Hmm.
Democratically.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
So the Kingdom Trails Association, I'm assuming, is sort of an anarcho-syndicalist collective, right? With a rotating leadership council that
I would
meets
consider it
twice a
some
week.
kind of oligarchical.
Well, that's not what we do.
That's what we've got.
We can work on that. One thing at a
Well,
time.
exactly.
That's not ideal.
Exactly.
Let's-
It's a
Exactly.
prolonged people's struggle.
Like everything.
Like everything.
Yeah.
I hope that we can find some common ground. There's got to be cooler heads that will prevail. There's got to
Yeah,
be something
that's-
that they want out of this that we can give them. Whether
I do
it's-
respect.
Quid pro quo, if you will.
If this is the case, I actually do want.
I do
quick-
respect
More like
that.
sine qua non.
I do respect that the landowners
Post
are
hoc,
still.
ergo propter hoc.
That's enough Latin
What
out of
school,
you.
what school did you go to? Yeah, come on.
Latin school.
Literally speaking Latin next to me, and invoking stuff next to me.
he's
I'm cursed now.
he's
somehow,
cursing you.
Yeah.
I do respect that these landowners didn't just like shut down their land, like that. That was like because they could have.
It's
Is
almost
the
it
thing.
almost
They
makes it
could
a
have
point
just,
with
like-
specifically bike people.
Exactly.
They wanted the call,
And- which again is not ideal, but the fact that they didn't just cut it off for everyone.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure you guys have already talked about this, but just fill me in. What's the reason for excluding bicycles specifically?
The declared reason is traffic safety concerns,
Yeah.
which I don't buy because that's
Has anybody got winged? Has anyone got flattened by a bike?
not that I know of.
Not that anybody has made public.
At that point, that traffic congestion concern, that's just a convenience thing.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the same as, like, I don't want this crosswalk here because it makes my commute harder to work,
Right, yeah.
So I don't really buy that as the real, like, reason that they're doing this.
Now, if you'll allow me to play devil's advocate for just a moment. This
Play
one
away.
time, I was in Massasoit walking.
Hmm.
Let's just say, perhaps under the influence of a certain now legal substance.
Hmm.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
And, taking my leisurely pace with a couple buds.
So to
Friends,
speak.
not Budweiser.
People.
People. And I come walking around the corner, and this old fart on a mountain bike goes, "Hey, nice of you to get out of the way," to me, like yells it like that in his old fart voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, that didn't feel nice."
No.
Yes, so I would say that is probably more
There
of the
are
reason.
some jerks.
Yes,
really.
exactly.
They're
really
entitled and they think, "I
My
just want to."
counterpoint to that
Yes.
is that there are always jerks in every discipline,
I
every
agree. I agree.
use of this land.
I'm with you completely.
So
The issue is, you're a jerk as a hiker. You're not going as fast.
true, true. It's much the stakes for being a jerk on a bicycle are a little higher. I will admit, much like
Unless you
the
set up
stakes
some
for
sort of
being a
trap.
jerk
In a car.
in a car are even higher.
I can so picture this. You know what? I bet you some Enduro bros flying down there with horses, and the guy says, "Hey, why don't you slow down?" Enduro bros, "Hey, buddy, go f yourself," basically. And the guy goes, "That's
And
it."
that happened to be the landowner.
it.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly.
Done.
It could have been
Guys.
anything like that.
And I've run it, like you said, I've run into them in Massasoit. I've run into the old people that are like that, or the young people that have headphones in that
Exactly,
are
yeah.
flying
Yeah.
almost over me into me, and they're like, "I didn't even see you."
That might have been me.
Especially Riley. There's a pink and blue blur that just flew by me in Massasoit. Yeah. I bet my money on someone being an a-hole like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could. That. Yeah.
Because we have horses around Massasoit all the time, and procedure. You know, everybody is, not everybody obviously, but the majority of people will show them respect.
But it comes down to like, instead of restricting access, you should be exactly the education aspect.
Maybe you need
is
a-
what's missing.
Maybe you need to
Education
take a
camps,
test.
forced education camps.
Take it.
You need to take.
Easy.
No. It's just like a written test, like getting a driver's license.
No, I don't like.
Okay, so if you want to use Kingdom Trails on this land, you get a little tag for your handlebars or whatever.
Okay, so you'd have to take a test to use those trails specifically.
Yeah, and it's so easy, you couldn't fail. And like, if you don't know what to do, you sort of look up at the test administrator, and they're like, they're sort of like,
They kind of.
yeah,
pedaling.
They're like. See.
yeah, and it's like, what do you do when you see horse?
I could see that as something that some of these trail systems could adopt.
I mean, honestly, that's not. A
I don't
bad
think they will.
suggestion.
What they
Yeah.
will do is make it a paid thing. Like, you have to pay, and that's capitalism.
Like
for you.
up the price. Yeah. Because that testing that's not a bad idea, but because of the expense for them, because they'd have to say print out X number of,
I'd see that's
like,
exactly it.
because they have to administer them, that's why they wouldn't want to do it.
It's almost like you need to have like an info session every day in the morning for riders that want to get out, and like you do the spiel. Watch this.
Yeah, I'm
infographic
sure they do a
video,
lot
you
of
know?
like tour type things where they try to lay out as much of this as possible.
Yeah.
And I know like on their website, on the Kingdom Trails Association website,
Yeah.
they have a lot of literature about like proper trail use and trail etiquette and that kind of thing. But
Visual
like
match
Marcel
based-
Kraus.
based on that.
Literature.
no, not that kind of
Oh,
literature.
got it.
Not those kind of books,
Not those kind of books.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it's.
And it's just super
I
big
don't
up
know
there.
that a communist revolution
I don't know if this is
is-
going to be the thing that starts it.
is.
Right.
This is the thing that starts the mountain
This is not the
bikers in a
spark.
communist
This is not the
revolution.
spark, yeah.
So what I'm thinking in that sense is that
Half a
mountain biking
communist
is
revolution.
sort of in general, the upper sections of socioeconomic status, because it's expensive. There's a high
Yeah.
buy-in.
I'll give you
So
that.
what I suggest is, it starts in factories overseas. Workers take control. Start
Seize the means of production.
Exactly. You just build more bicycles that are accessible to more people. You get more people riding, and then before you know it, mountain biking itself becomes part of the revolution.
And the revolution will be on mountain bike, on the back of mountain bikes.
Obviously.
No. That
Aw,
sort
man.
of follows.
I'd be too busy having fun getting here.
I mean, it all sort of comes with the worker control, that sort of thing.
Interesting. I'm taking over the specialized factory though. I'm gonna make my own bikes now. I'll add bikes.
Unfortunately, there's still tariffs.
Well,
Well,
that's
we-
the thing about
we'll apply
global
for a special
international
exemption.
trade.
Yeah, unfortunately. Actually, you know what? What was your favorite? Let's do this. What was your favorite bike related personal thing from
Yeah.
2019.
2019.
highlight? Give me a highlight.
My favorite bike highlight of 2019 was this one time. So I took a photography class this semester, and I rode my bicycle to Porter Square in Cambridge to begin photographing.
You rode all the way from here.
No, from where I live in
Okay.
Somerville,
Okay.
most of the year.
Gotcha.
And so I get there, taking some pictures, and this guy's like, hey, take one more picture and I'll snap your neck.
Whoa.
So I got back on my
Aggressive.
bike and rode away. And so the fast bicycle got
got you
me
away from
away.
the
Saved
stereo
my life.
man.
It's a heavy memory. I would have taken his picture and then
That's-
biked away laughing. You know?
Yeah.
It would be the, was the last picture you see is the guy's fist coming up as it snapped right as he's about to like blast me in the face, basically.
Yeah.
And you think it's summer, man. Doesn't everybody have bikes there? What's the big? Really?
Everyone has bikes. Not everyone has a camera.
Oh my god! I mean, everybody has a cell phone, right?
That's true. But when you're in there with the big honker, you know,
Big
it's less
honker.
discreet.
Did you have Nikon or Canon? What kind of guy are you?
I got a Canon AE1
Nice.
analog.
Fancy. Analog. Look at that.
Hey.
How are the?
And apparently there's a
Video ended.
time limit on
I'm
our
just gonna share a story.
Yeah.
live Instagrams.
We're gonna do some more. Let's try to figure out this
Let's
technology.
get it rolling again.
We're back. Excellent. You are now live again.
YouTube maxes out at like 8 hours, but also apparently the audio is shit.
Yeah, I heard a lot of static
Yeah.
Yeah.
when I was streaming earlier. I have to say it was.
We're having some technical issues.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry.
You're disappointed, he said?
Disappointed.
We're disappointed.
So
too,
am
man.
I.
Yeah, we're having a lack of equipment at the point.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you gonna do, huh?
We'll
Yeah,
get
we
it.
got that, Mike.
What do you got?
Good and plenty.
Nice.
Good and
Do
plenty.
you guys want some?
Plenty of good.
Actually, I had some Doritos earlier. Yes. Feel free to chop it.
Alright, I'm gonna try.
I've been drinking my coffee and probably making noise the whole time too.
Oh, yeah. That
Um,
ice there.
What else we got for today? Anything in this episode?
All right. Yeah, I
Who we
think
got wanna get to?
we were going to chat about Duxbury a little bit.
Duxbury.
Because we rode there,
Roxbury.
what, week and a half ago
Week
now?
and a half ago now.
Week and a half
Seems
ago
like
now?
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, this has been so much regret for that one because I had a couple drinks the night before that ride. And I get there and it's like, it's a group I did not expect to have to keep up with.
Oh, yeah.
At that
When
point in my
Bob
life.
Nash shows up,
we deep shit. Your heart rate's gonna be, well, he's
you're,
mine.
you're in trouble.
Yeah, I'm gonna be jacked. I'm not used to that. Man, I love that trail system. I feel like nobody really talks about that. You know,
It's,
I go to an event every so often, and every time I go there, I'm like, man, this place is sweet. You know,
The oddest thing about Duxbury is when you look up Duxbury, it's
Hmm.
not like a trail system called Duxbury.
no,
It's just a collection of little like conservation lands.
like Naptown State Forest.
Naptown Forest is the one that we parked
Hey,
at. Yeah.
Naptown. That's where I want to live.
Yeah.
Ah.
Get some Z's. Have you been to Duxbury?
No.
Why not? Why not? You need to get there, man.
So, probably something I should have said before I joined this podcast. I do not own a mountain bike.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You did though,
I did, in fact, in the day.
Okay.
back in the day
Do you
when
have
you
any-
weren't a poor college student.
Oh, we should get him on something terrible then.
I tried.
You wanted me to get me on. You wanted.
Let me guess, a salsa.
Oh yeah. I tried so hard to sell him on a salsa.
I mean, you can take a gravel bike there if you're a psychopath in Duxbury.
You could do. Yeah,
Stay away from
it's
the
smooth
winds.
For the
enough.
record, I am not a psychopath.
Yeah. Well, some of them are. It depends on your point of view.
From a certain point of
It's like
view.
there's like some people who think, no, it was not that bad. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Got him. I love, this place seems to be like a slightly boosted Massasoit.
Yes.
I mean, this is very
Yeah.
similar, but the ups are maybe slightly harder and slightly
I
taller.
would say as well that it's less washed out.
Ooh,
Like
that's good too.
Massasoit has some bits in it. Like most of Massasoit, the roots are pretty exposed at this point. Like
Mm.
you can tell that trail system has been used
She's well worn.
well.
She's got some miles.
Well worn.
Yeah.
Duxbury, I feel like is a lot smoother, and a lot of the trails in there feel like they're built for mountain bikes,
More.
as opposed to Massasoit, or
Walking,
like
equestrian.
a lot of them are like hiking or old ATV trails that mountain bikers use. There's some.
Pretty dope.
Massasoit's pretty cool.
I love that place. You know, personally, I was just get out of the way. I'm not hating on it. Put it
Yeah,
that way.
no. No.
Yeah, watch what you say about Massasoit.
Yeah, that's because we're close. A lot of people like that. It's gonna be,
Yeah.
Maybe
like some people in this
pitchforks
room,
and
they do.
torches.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to clarify. I do enjoy Minnesota a lot. But yeah, I think you're 100% right about that, actually. Man, and also, if anybody, not that, this is an important thing, but if anybody fishes, that pond out back there is
Which one?
at Duxbury.
At Duxbury, yeah.
Low pressure. That means not a lot of people are out there because it's far out. There's a lot of good. I pulled some 3 to 4 pound bass out of there one day, and I was like, "Is nobody else doing this?" Like it seemed like the only.
I
one
guess
fishing.
not.
So until this airs, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna be there now.
It's gonna be swamped.
How many listeners do you guys have?
Probably like 1
Oh, cool.
overall. You know.
I was
Well, yeah.
hoping no one would
Since
ever
you
find
showed
us.
up, 0. Since you turned off the
Yeah,
stream,
they left.
down to 0.
The
Thanks.
CIA is going to be on my tail.
That's good.
Yeah, I like. It's pretty flowy. There's a decent amount of elevation, but nothing gut wrenching.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Um,
I mean, it's,
Well, if you're hungover, yeah.
you never go. You bloated and fat and sweaty like.
And the thing that it's definitely like more of an, I would call it like an XC kind of place,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
far as like
faster
smooth and flowy and
until you get to the
a little
rim
bit
section
of
around the
lines.
pond.
Yes, there is one technical section that's
You're gonna call it
pretty tricky. Yeah, yeah. Very rooty, very rooty. But it's nice as well because the riders around there have built these little features here and there. So like there's a seesaw, there's some little like wood, not quite bridges, but like log over things
Yeah.
with like little wooden bridges. That stuff's pretty cool. There aren't as many as say Pine Hills or that kind of thing, but there are enough to kind of keep it interesting. Like that seesaw, every time we go out there, we have to kind of stop there and see if anyone's going to be stupid enough
Obviously.
or brave enough to do it.
Yeah.
This
done a lot.
this
I
time
do
it
it.
was Liam.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, you could do it in your sleep on the cross bike.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
Did anyone else do it, or was it just the one of us?
Liam and Bob did it.
Oh yeah, he did. I
Yeah,
was jealous of that too. It was easy.
yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
you would.
Yeah, makes everything look easy.
I should have tried that. I just don't regret when I don't. I feel like that. And I go home at night and I'm like,
I'm not gonna try it. I'm not.
straight up, no.
Nope.
Um,
I'll just watch. That's enough for me. Secondhand excitement.
and you can get a lot of, and there's a lot of options if you look at the maps too. Like you can,
Yes.
you can
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
get different
I've
paths
kind of
there.
learned like one little loop to do.
Yeah.
The other thing that's kind of cool as far as my like bike packing thing goes, it's right next to Bay Circuit Trail,
Ooh, I didn't know that.
which for anyone
those
that
of
doesn't
you who
know,
doesn't know.
exactly.
Oh.
For those of you who don't know, do you want to inform
No.
them?
Feel free.
Okay, so let's do it at the same time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
2, 3. It's a trail that begins at the North Shore and circles around the greater Boston area in a very wide horseshoe.
Yeah, all the way down to is it Kingston or Plymouth?
Dude, I
That
don't
it
know.
kind of stops
Who
in.
who the heck do you think I am? You think I'm the
What?
guy who made up?
Where in Kingston? There's a train station in this area?
I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty much supposed to be. It's like a linked, all these conservation areas linked together, going all the way around the greater Boston area.
I had no idea that
Um,
it went that far down.
And it's you see a lot of people will like run it, and they'll be like, "Wow, I'm running this."
Psychopaths around.
Yes, but it's really cool to know about because it is technically like a route that you can do, and so there, because of that, like there's so many little like other conservation areas around that main like Duxbury area,
Yeah.
and one of those little conservation areas we kind of dipped into.
We did.
We did, and that's where they call it a pump track. It's not quite a pump track, but it's pretty darn close to a pump track.
It's almost like it's like a race loop.
Yeah, it's
kind
almost
of
like a
practice loop.
yeah.
But it has pump
It's hard to
track
know
and
what to
feature-
call it.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
But
by the
there's
way,
that.
and what we, I don't know. Listen, whoever is responsible for this next part, by the way, awesome, epic. I would love
Yes.
to talk to more people about this.
Probably, small disclaimer,
Yes.
probably semi-legal.
Rutgers.
Yeah, do we even? I don't even know if we mentioned it. Yeah, I don't know.
We won't say where it is.
No, don't worry about that.
It's the cop.
It's the cops.
Say exactly where it is. It's the fuzz. Whoever's working
So
on
there's-
this stuff out there.
Yeah, there's like a little sand jump thing that's been there as long as I've been riding there, which hasn't been that long, but
Ages and
ages,
Mm.
eons. But there's a little like sand jump thing that's pretty cool, and then there's a drop right there.
I almost
That's
died in that drop, by the way.
yes.
I
We were
definitely
all
did not
surprised
hit
that you
that
just
fast
kind
enough.
of went right off the thing.
I don't know what I was thinking. I just want to send it.
But there's that drop, and then at the top of that drop, where no one would really see it if they're just riding by.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna not say where it was.
Damn it. We just put this exactly pinpointed exactly where it was.
It's been doxed.
Damn it. Like, I'll edit that out. What do you
Not
call
anywhere
that?
near there.
Yeah, somewhere else entirely.
There's like these jumps and stuff that someone's been eating. Not eating. Sorry, I'm looking at Mike eating stuff.
Mike and eggs.
Good bunch of
No
I
thanks.
mean, someone must have eaten on those. It's basically a free ride trail.
Yeah,
looks
it's
like dirt
it's these
jump
huge
trails.
like gap jump things. Really cool, but it is a work in progress.
Hey, the Gap, like where I shop.
Oh, yeah, these were big enough to
Shout
be.
out
You could
to
put
your
a gap.
sponsor,
Yeah.
Thank you to our corporate sponsor.
our corporate sponsor,
These
Gap.
jumps are big enough that you could put a Gap store, I think, in between.
Yes.
That's how massive.
Yes,
I mean,
not a Walmart.
this almost like it wasn't even East Coast. Like, this is not something you see out here.
Yeah.
I think
It's
somebody's
kind of
having
like
a lot of fun out there. Honestly.
again, I'll bring up Pine Hills. It's kind of like the ones at Pine Hills,
Yeah.
but not finished yet.
I cannot wait to see. I just want to go and watch them.
It was really cool to find that though, because he's definitely like he's probably working on it like right now.
I would listen. It was very true. Whoever was doing that knew what they were doing.
You guys know
Yes.
who it is? He was not naming names.
No, we actually don't.
We have no clue.
It's probably better. that
It's
we
probably
don't.
better that we don't.
We'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, we're not going to say it, then say it. So,
Yeah.
but it's respect to whoever's doing that.
Comp the cyanide
yeah.
sheet, I will not.
I,
give it
Bite,
in.
Exactly.
Bite the pill, yeah.
I already kind of gave up the ghost of where it was. Those whoopsies.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. It's
This
nowhere
is
near
parody.
there.
We're using parody law.
Yes.
So we can do whatever we want. Anything goes.
Yeah.
I do like Duxbury. The first time I rode out there, I was on my fat bike and I hated it.
Really?
I think because my fat bike is rigid and it was bouncy
Very
enough.
Bouncy every damn thing. I suppose.
But the next time I went, I brought the full suspension bike and it was a blast. I loved it.
I was out there in my salsa. I mean, the salsa was made for that. The Ripno is
Speaking
heavier.
of which,
Oh, we're gonna segue into that.
I think it's time.
Whatever.
it's
Use
time.
my lords. Like, just whatever. Let's do it. Get it
I
over
think
Never
with
even-
that,
I'm in trouble.
I gotta find a gavel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
See.
just- There you
All
go.
right,
You got
all
it.
rise.
Oh, here you.
Here you.
Pretend like we rose. How's that?
I wish I
Just sit up
I
straight.
wish I had one of those powdered wigs.
Oh, that would
That'd
be
be
actually
sick.
hilarious, right?
Today we bring Ed to bike court. That's
Oh,
right.
I'm on bike court.
The Ed.
Oh no.
For adopting an N-1 policy.
I love how you put that too.
The sale of the Deadwood
Ugh.
reduces your mountain bike stable by one.
Yes.
This is heresy in the eyes of bike law. How do you plead?
I was just gonna plead the fifth. And originally just wait till my.
Whoa,
turn.
what?
Under the advice of counsel, my client.
Counsel.
Now my client. He would never do anything to hurt anyone.
Yeah. Exactly.
He is
Especially
just
bikes.
a nice boy who likes ice cream sundaes
Sometimes.
and helping old ladies cross the street.
Not that much.
You're hurting your own case here.
I'm
Now, whatever you say, I think is wrong.
scared. Yeah. Whatever it is, just whatever.
Sine qua non, post hoc ergo
There we go.
propter hoc.
Counterpoint.
Uh-oh.
Where is the Deadwood Ed?
Alright, so the Deadwood
Answer the question.
is in the. Sorry.
Reminder that you are under oath.
I am. Deadwood is in the possession of somebody in the great upstate area of New York.
What a lucky
In the
guy.
Mount Nissa region.
Utica?
No, not
Ithaca?
Utica. Not Ithaca. No.
Albany?
No. Metro area, but upstate.
Okay.
So close to
Rochester?
that. Ish. No. We're going down there. CT a little more.
Poughkeepsie?
Well,
Fish
good,
kill.
good guess. Good. These are it's right around there somewhere. I'm not going to blow up. It's like hit the marketing words out.
Okay.
I hope the guys are going to take care of it. I'm super bummed about it. I was thinking about just invoking the Chewbacca defense on this one. If anybody knows.
I
what
saw
is.
that. I don't know what this
Oh
means.
my god, young people need to watch old South Park episodes. Come on in. Come on in. Don't be afraid. We're live now. We got some more people here. Here we go. Oh hey. Grab a seat. Do we have more mics? I wish we had more.
We'll set them up.
Well, I have to get my card back to my sister so she can drive.
Oh,
to her
you've
truck.
lost your lawyer, Ed.
So-
I think I'm already guilty anyway. He's not doing it.
Yeah,
again.
he's guilty. He did it.
He's a public defender.
Oh,
Yeah, see? He threw me under the bus there.
Told ya.
Hey,
Hi,
thanks,
guys.
thanks for stopping by, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you for stopping
It was
by.
good to-
Legal
good to
counsel.
have a little
Thanks for bringing the
talk.
worst Mike and Ike's and good plays and not, good plays, the
Good
worst
plays.
kind. Pick Mike and Ike's next time, man. Come on. Fruit.
So what is this Chewbacca defense?
Chewbacca defense is that it's supposed to be something ridiculous. So Chewbacca's a
It looks.
Wookiee from Kishak, right? But he lives in the planet
Kashyyyk.
Endor, right? Sorry.
How
Kashyyyk.
dare you.
Kashyyyk. Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
have to bring you to nerd court too.
It's called GIF too, right? And basically, he does not live on Endor with a bunch of, two foot tall Ewoks. I mean, he doesn't live on Endor, he was just there. So it's basically nonsensical, but it's actually something now where you introduce something so ridiculous and you get people off, thinking about something else, and it's actually a legitimate term now that's the Chewbacca defense.
I'm not following.
Because you wouldn't, because you're a nerd, and that you know that Chewbacca doesn't live on Endor. You know what I mean? It's just, so you have to suspend. It's almost like for a casual Star Wars fan.
Okay.
Like, why is he there? No, he doesn't live there. He's not from there. He's a life debt to Han Solo, and that's why he's flying around there. This whole thing led to,
Yes.
so it's kind of stupid.
Okay.
But yeah, I just
How does that relate to your
just
case?
tried to throw it off, because we're now on a different topic. Nobody remembers that I sold the bike, right?
You sold the bike?
Yes, that's exactly the point. N-1, what?
You sold what?
Exactly now. I don't think I've ever had seller's remorse as much as I do when that bike got sold, though.
I'm gonna tell you something right now,
Oh
Ed.
God.
Every bike you sell, from now until the end of time, you will have buyer's remorse about.
Yeah, I deal with cars too.
Every bike.
I've sold a lot of cars.
Everybody.
I miss every single one of them.
That's just how it works.
I'm never gonna sell a Ritmo.
You say that now. But just you wait until a sexier Ripmo comes along.
Another home wrecker.
Exactly.
The Ritmo right now is the home wrecker. Should we take a pause for station
Yeah,
identification?
I think that will wrap us for. What was that? Technically, episode 4 or something.
We're gonna do
We'll
episode-
figure it out.
Episode 5.
We'll
B?
number it.
Episode IB.
Episode 9.
You'll see it. It'll be labeled
The rise of Lift.
Yeah, Latin. Oh no. The Rise of Mao. Oh, don't put that.
The rise of Mao.
Well, I guess thanks for tuning in for that one. Hopefully some people
Yes.
saw this one live.
Yeah.
And, we're actually going to directly do another one right now, actually.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna take a minute to do some little setup stuff.
Maybe PB breaks if anybody needs it. I don't need it.
And
I have
then
coffee. It's crazy.
kind of roll into our next one here. There's
So-
gonna be we got some special guests.
Cue our free beats, copyrighted, somehow strikes music outro. That's going to get flagged.
There we go.
Excellent. That was a good amount of time.
Fading. Out of
106. How you doing, man?